Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So today we're going to be talking about the effect Kanye West has on the American electorate. Now, a lot of you have been pretty much active in the mainstream media or just in any media whatsoever, because I'm pretty sure every news source has covered the fact that Kanye West has pretty much tweeted in support of the president. Now, it's not direct support, but it is saying that he does like the president and that he did get his Make America Great Again hat signed. So, it definitely shows that he's leaning towards the Trump presidency and in support of it. I mean, he did this back in early 2017, and nobody really took notice. There was maybe a few articles about it on maybe CNN or the New York Times or MSNBC or Fox News where they're talking about Kanye West going over to Donald Trump, but it was never this on a mass scale where he actually came out there and fully supported him 100%. He did say at one point that he would have voted for Donald Trump, but he's never actually backed his policies or really went behind him to a point where he would make a social media type statement and get his name out in the media. And this may or may not be a publicity stunt. Who knows, to be honest with you, but it really just shows that Donald Trump is able to get certain celebrities on his side, whether or not they're the good type of celebrity for his campaign, which is why we're talking about Kanye West's effect on the electorate, mainly the African-American electorate. And, Kanye West is already being rebuked by a number of people. A lot of people are getting angry at him, unfollowing him, and pretty much sending a clear message that the type of celebrities that support Donald Trump are not vocal, and they will not be there for other people and stand up for them. And the only type of people that we saw stand up for Kanye West were people like Chance the Rapper. I'm pretty sure, a lot of you may or may not know him. It really depends on what you listen to, but just other celebrities that may have talked about it and defended him, that's in the minority. The majority has been consistently against Kanye West, and this just solidifies their point against him. And his support for the president, I don't think will have that much effect on the electorate. It's probably not going to change more than a couple thousand votes whatsoever. I really don't think it will change pretty much anything. I mean, Kanye West is not really a political figure enough to sway an election by throwing his support to someone, unlike let's say a major candidate such as Bernie Sanders. If he endorsed someone in a Democratic primary race, maybe it would make an effect. But Kanye West he comes from a part of the minority group that gave Donald Trump 8% of the vote in 2016. And that's not a good thing. I don't think Kanye West will have that drastic of an effect. Again, I said within 1,000 votes out of millions, out of tens of millions, and that's not going to be the easiest thing for Kanye West to do. I really don't think he'll be actively campaigning for the president. I think he may pitch a support for him once in a while, but I really don't see Kanye West having any effect on the electorate whatsoever. Some people are trying to point out that Kanye West shows a new shift in the African-American voters and black minds of America, and it really doesn't. This guy has been consistent on how he feels about Donald Trump since 2016. And really, I just think that Kanye West is probably doing this for publicity, to be completely honest with you. I guess he's somewhat endorsing the president, but it doesn't mean that Black America is endorsing the president whatsoever. It doesn't show that Black Americans are supposedly realizing the greatness of a President Trump, because that's not what's happening. We're taking a man who's in the minority, who's still in the minority by a considerable margin, and considering him, which is why he's in the media. If this was common, it wouldn't be in the media. You don't see a white man endorsing Donald Trump getting into the news media because he's white, and the majority of white Americans voted for Donald Trump in 2016 out of voters, and that's not something we saw with the African American population, and which is why it's in the media. I mean, if the roles were reversed, it wouldn't be news. But Kanye West is not really representative of the black population when it comes to voting. He's also, a lot of the things he says things that are very radical, and it spites a reaction. And I think that's exactly what he was looking for with this. It really depends. But overall, I don't think Kanye West is going to have an effect on the electorate. And also, he still hasn't said he's not going to run in 2020. He hasn't said that. He said he's still, he said he would run back in, I believe, 2015 or 2016. Said he would run for president in 2020, and we don't know if that's under the Democratic Party or the Republican one. Let's say he goes under the Democratic one, go against the president, probably not going to happen. Go against Donald Trump on the Democratic Party, probably not going to happen either, considering he's not really fully opposed to the president. But let's say we have another candidate, let's say like Bernie Sanders, and then Kanye West chooses to run independent, he probably won't garner more than like 10,000 votes at most, to be honest. He'd pretty much be a joke candidate. A lot of you were like, oh, that's the same thing they said about Donald Trump. But Donald Trump was a businessman. Kanye West just sends out a couple clothing lines and then puts his name on it, and that's not really business. Donald Trump built himself up. I guess you could say built himself up from billions to billions instead of, it's not really a rags to riches story. It's more of a rich to more rich story. But Kanye West isn't really that type of I can appeal to you. He's very radical. I think he would do a lot of things for publicity. A lot of you say it sounds like President Trump. Oh, you're talking about President Trump. But Donald Trump played to the bases really well. Kanye West is just going pretty much into hiding after all of this, and his wife is defending him, but it's not really making that much of a change in the American mindset. Whereas Donald Trump was able to win over a number of voters in the presidential election and even flip the Rust Belt, Kanye West will have little to no effect, and he probably won't win over 25% of the black vote, if pretty much any percent of it, because he's not that type of candidate. He's not someone who can really appeal to them, and it's not gonna be easy for him. And this video really shouldn't have been made, but since the mainstream media has been talking about it way too much, I thought that I should just have my thoughts put into there just so you guys could see how I stand on it. So overall, I don't think Kanye West will have that much of an effect on the 2020 election or 2018 midterms for that matter, or on the approval of the president amongst Americans, or specifically amongst black Americans. But yeah, so today I'm going to come out with another video, so stay tuned for that, and it'll probably upload like a couple minutes after this one. So thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.